Hello, my squeaky little dragon fruits. It's homeschooling time. It's homeschooling time with the niNcomPoOPs, which is, the best part of the day, clearly. I'm Dr. Carrie Quinlan. I know loads of stuff. I know more than 4 things. So listen and learn. And together with Professor Andy Stanton, who knows nearly that many things, I present Ask the niNcomPoOPs podcast, where we teach children stuff and they learn. And we are now doing these videos so that more children can learn more stuff and more learning can go on, even though the world has gone mad. So, what we're going to use, like I always use, St Dictionary's Book of WUBs. It works upside down and the right way up. Amazing! Today's WUB is beef. Beef. Now, beef is a posh word for cows, and beef is also a word for having a bit of an argument or having a bit of being annoyed with someone. If you got beef, right? You got beef with someone, you got a problem with them, and you've got to sort out your beef with someone. And it started, of course, that usage of the word beef, over an argument between 2 cows. You know what a cow is, obviously. Professor Andy Stanton has already explained what a cow is.
Cow. Cow. Right. Well, a cow. This is so easy if you don't know, by the way. Don't worry, I'm here to a cow.
And back in the day, when cows ruled the world, so this was like, so in between dinosaurs ruling the world and humans ruling the world was ruled by cows. There they are. No, they're right there. So the cows ruled the world, and cow empires were born, and cow civilization. It was a beautiful thing. They built some incredible things. They built the pyramids. They built water slides. They built centre parks, which is why it's called centre parks, and why when you drive into centre parks, you're welcomed with mooing. So cows ruled the world, but of course, when empires grow and civilizations grow and all that kind of stuff, politics happens. And politics obviously is a real problem. And apart from the fact that it can be really boring, it involves a lot of disagreement and a lot of argument, often, politics. And I mean, that's with human politics can be like that. Dinosaur politics was totally like that. Oh, the carnivores and the herbivores, and it was a nightmare. And with cows, it was very much the same. So different competing political ideologies grew up, different cow nations grew up, and they'd argue about stuff. They'd argue about milk. They'd argue what was the best kind of grass. They'd argue how to cook grass, or indeed not to. They'd argue about who had the most stomachs, and all that kind of, and all became this huge, great argument. And that is where beef comes from, because they had so many disagreements with each other. They called it was just like the whole cow thing. They called it beef. I've got a beef with you. I got a beef with you because my udders are better than your udders. I got a beef with you because I got 7 stomachs and you've only got 6. I don't know. And all of this stuff kicked off, and they'd have arguments about who had the best pets, whether socialism or capitalism was the way forward for cow society. So much politics, and they had so many arguments. They called their cow politics beef, and that's where it comes from. The term beef for an argument. If you've got beef with someone, it basically means that you are a cow who disagrees with another cow. That's where that comes from. So tell your parents, then they can learn something as well, for a change. and come back, and Andy Stanton, Professor of all, will teach you another word. So that's pretty cool. And if you want to learn even more things from us, you can watch all of these videos, which would be great. Subscribe and tell your friends. And you can also listen to the Ask the NiNcomPoOPs podcast, which is down there. I mean, the actual podcast isn't down there. A link to the podcast is down here. So, we'll see you next time. Whatever that means!